Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. My name is Sheena. I am Sheena of Sheena Sells Surgery Treasures. And some people don't know, but I'm also a Reiki master, as well as a certified pure energy healer. And so, what I did was tonight, I decided instead of doing a live sell where, we always have a good time, I felt like I needed a healing session, as well as other people probably also needed a healing session. So I decided that, let me move this over here. Makes me look red. Now you can't see me, so maybe I need it back. I don't know why this candle makes me look red. I don't know. It does, but it does. Okay. So I decided that I was going to do a healing session for not just me, but everyone that needs one. So, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So, while I'm live on my healing session, I'm missing something. Um, I want notice the chat. So, you guys that are moderators, please, if somebody comes in and is disrespectful, please put them in timeout for me. That would be fantastic. You can time them out for a little while or 24 hours if you need to. Hello, Bud Files. Welcome in. So, if, because I don't know how to say this without irking people, I respect all beliefs, but I have my belief. And my belief is in Jesus. A lot of people have their own beliefs. I respect that. That's love. That's what love is. And love is unconditional. And love does not hurt. And love is kind. And sometimes I get beat up by the internet world because I'm a Reiki master. They don't believe that I can be a Reiki master and serve. And I can. I can do what I want. So I decided that I really needed a healing session. And I know a lot of other people also needed a healing session because we've all been a little stressed out. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's just good to be calm and just relax and just more than anything, enjoy yourself. So I will get started shortly. I'm just letting people, because I did go live earlier. Hello, Cha Cha. I did go live a little bit earlier than what I said. Silver Girl DZ, Paul, hello. So you guys know what to do. If anybody gets stupid or disrespectful, time them out 24 hours. That'll give them a cool down session. Because I do, it's even some of my people from 7 years ago. Usually it's not them, it's the things that they went through that they don't want to deal with. And when those things start coming to the surface, they lash out. They really don't mean to. I try not to take it personal, although you know me, sometimes I do. But sometimes it's something that they're going through, and sometimes they don't want to admit that they're going through something. They would just rather play like it's not going on. But however, um, the heavens has a way of bringing this out, and you have to deal with it. And if you don't deal with it, it's going to continue to eat at you until you finally decide that, okay, it's starting to affect my health. A lot of people won't even realize that it's affecting their health until their health gets so bad that they're like, why do it's got to be this, it's got to be that. But unresolved trauma, unresolved issues will literally make you ill. It will write on your shoulders, on your conscience. I mean, you could say to yourself all day long that it's not bothering me, but we're all human. And just when you admit things, it doesn't make you a weak person. It makes you human. And if anything, it shows your light because you're willing to admit that, hey, this is what I'm going through. So you have to work through those things, and it takes time. I mean, I've lived with trauma for so long. it takes time. It's not something that is just resolved like I got one session, it's gone. It doesn't work that way. It is an ongoing thing because you will still have triggers. You will still go through, smells, sights, all those things are triggers. And it takes time to heal old wounds. It really does. It's not anything that just goes away overnight. It takes time for that to go away. And as you, on your journey, as you work through that, the burden will get lighter and lighter. And so it takes time, a lot of self-care, a lot of love, and more than anything, doing what makes you happy. Doing what makes you happy is really, really important. Welcome in, Sherry. Hello. What? Oh, good here. Are you okay, DC? Oh, not me. All good here. Okay, good. I was like, oh my gosh, some wounds never heal, Sally. That's true. That's very true, Cha Cha. And it just kind of sits there. And she's right. She's right. Not all wounds heal. They don't. And you're left with that residual trauma. But we can work on our triggers. Like me, I've got triggers too. I mean, and I've been working on it for a long time and I'm not there yet. But we all climb the mountain. We all climb the mountain. And the cool thing is we have each other to hold hands. I know that I can call out to any of you guys and you'd hold out your hand for me and say, come on, get up, let's go. And you can do this. And in the world we live, that is so important because sometimes we get left behind. Sometimes, you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. You really, really can. So with that being said, let me see what time it is. It's 10:10. I love you guys. And nobody in this world's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I try to stay away from I always give the benefit of the doubt, but then when I start feeling like I wish my chair went taller, and it doesn't. It doesn't. And, oh gosh, I just put my chair down. Let's see if that helps. Maybe that'll help. Or I could lower this a little. With the phone cord the way it is, it's hard to lower it. But so I'm going to invoke our angels because I think we need our angels. So here we go. I sat outside tonight looking at the stars and just thinking how thankful I am for everything, the people in our lives, and which is you guys. Thankful that for everything. Thankful that I'm still here. Thankful that I have a roof over my head. I mean, there's so many things that people take for granted, and I don't take any of those things for granted. I look funny because I kind of got the camera pointed up, but anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to sage. So all the rocks are going to get saged. So here is my shell. And I do have more of these in my storage. If anybody needs one besides Beth, I'm going to go tomorrow and see what I can find. I giggled because Shay said I had to borrow her phone charger. And Shay said, don't get that candle too close to my phone charger. And when I moved the candle over, I thought to myself, phone charger. Let me receive the truth. Let me hear the truth. Take a deep breath in. Release. Take a deep breath in. And release. Take a deep breath in. And release. Now just sit still. Unclench your jaw. Allow your arms and your legs to be free. No tension. Allow all the tension to dissipate. Get in a comfortable position. Relax. Breathe. And be calm. This is going to be a 1-hour session of distant healing. Don't forget to drink water as well. Clear water so that it helps you relieve the negativity. It'll help you remove it from your body as well. Water is good for you. I hope that you all, I know you felt the tingling in your body. Don't be afraid. That is healing. That is what we call um, absent healing. It does take it out of you, but it makes you feel so good to pray and to send healing and energy to other people. And even spirit is funny because the time I was praying and meditating, somebody out there has a hip that's hurting them. And when spirit, when I hear spirit, spirit said, stop riding the big donkey. So, laughing is good. Meditating is excellent. It will bring you back to earth. It'll ground you. It will make you thankful. And I don't know how to explain it than the greatest gift of all is love. And praying for someone, sending love and light to someone, and good energy is free. It costs absolutely nothing, nothing but your time. And when you pray for others and send love and light to others for healing, it also heals the master. It heals the one that is initiating that prayer. So from my source, from God, comes to me, and this is how I see it. My source from God, it comes from me through my third eye. It then goes through my third eye out my right hand. Or if I'm holding my hand like this, I'm allowing God's blessings to enter my palm and to come out this hand and send healing to you. And I prayed for each and every one of you, everyone that's going through something, even those who aren't going through something, because we all need that. We all need that love. We all need that healing. We need it all. I had my rocks set out right in front of me. Also, make sure that after you meditate, you stand up slowly, because as you meditate, you become so calm. The last thing you want to do is stand up quickly. Just take your time, relax, have some water. In front of me, I was working with the beautiful Amber, my very first Herkimer diamond that I got, because this is the only one I could afford, this beat up Herkimer diamond. And this went to school with me to become a Reiki master. And it's been in my hands so much as I've prayed for people and sent healing to people. So this is my original. That is where my love of Herkimers came from. And to this day, I still smile. It's like an old beat up truck, you know what I mean? Muffler went, but that's okay, because it still does what it needs to do. Regardless of how ugly the rock is, it's still God-given, and it still manifests energy and healing and amplifies that healing. And that's why it's so fantastic, why I love rocks so much. There's so much that we don't know. It is mystical, and it's been a blessing to me and many, many people. Um, I enjoy, honestly, praying for people. For a while, one of the reasons I became a Reiki master was I thought that, well, you know what, the hospital started hiring Reiki masters to do hospice, And so I thought, well, that was an avenue, you know. But then I didn't want to take unnecessary shots. No job for me. And I decided, well, I'll open my own store and do have an office there to do Reiki sessions. And then that didn't work out because of the whole cough cough. And so I'm still getting to do what I wanted to do. I'm still sending these rocks out in the earth for anyone and everyone, not just the elite, but everyone. Um, I'm still able to do healing right here on this platform, and I still do private healings on Zoom, but I'm fixing to switch that over, I think, to Google. I haven't decided yet, but I am listed. I'm a pure energy healer as well out of Spain, and I am on his roster. So when somebody in the United States wants a pure energy session, they can look me up on his website. And he also has a YouTube channel, and look me up and make an appointment. I haven't been doing that as much lately because I've been solely concentrating on, you know, getting on my feet and it's a long process getting on your feet. And that's the truth. But I know that those blessings, every day is a blessing. And what don't kill you makes you stronger. So when you're going through pain, just remember it's just for a little while. And then when it eases up, be thankful. Be thankful at that moment that, you know what, the pain is better. And if it does return, sit down, meditate, and try to distract yourself. Try to redirect your thoughts because that does help a lot when you redirect your thoughts. I was a chronic pain patient, so I understand. That's another reason I'm a Reiki master because God has blessed me with the obstacles that I've been through. Because if I hadn't had those obstacles, I couldn't have gave hope to other people. With my health, with my life, with bad things that happened, I couldn't be that person that says, you know what? Don't give up. It's going to be okay. I promise. You know, I can actually say that. Nobody can determine your future but you. Nobody can stop you but yourself. And you can do all things. And you don't have to carry burdens by yourself. There are people, there are ears, there are people that love you. You may not have people around you that you feel like they don't love you, but that's why we have this community. That's why I am the way I am. Because I don't want anybody to feel like they don't belong. I don't want anybody to feel like they're not loved. And I don't want anybody to feel like they're not good enough. Because we were all made equal in the eyes of God. And we are all loved. Sometimes I don't feel like it. But know that the one person that matters the most is for me, it's my Father. We don't judge people on their religion here. We don't judge people for how they feel or what they believe because we're love. And that's what we're supposed to be, is love. It's the greatest gift of all. I feel really good. I feel at peace. I did a shot when I did this. What that is I was removing negative from you and me. Anybody so when you are out and you're around somebody that's just, you feel like, okay, that person just has bad energy, darkness, You can do it 3 times, and you just remove that from yourself. Where your tourmaline, where your obsidian, wherever rock is calling to you. Me, I'm wearing the blue quartz. I'm wearing an agate with carnelian on it with shell. And then I decided to put on this necklace that I went through today. And yes, I saged it because I don't know, it was just a really cool necklace. I thought, I'm going to wear that. And so I did. But I enjoyed that. If you're wondering what I was using a shaman oil, this is made for shaman. Hold on, let me get a drink here. I'm telling you, it does take it out of you. But I was smart this time. I didn't use my energy. I used our Father's energy, not mine. So I just let him do the work. And that's all you have to do is just let 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 the blessings come. Let them shower down. The blessings shower down. This is the blessing showering down. When I put the oil on my head here, it's let me see the truth behind my ears. Let me hear the truth. And sometimes I will put it on my throat for let me speak the truth. And I speak my truth. This is my journey. And I love you all for being here with me. I try to do hour sessions, but if I feel like it needs to go longer, I go longer because that's what I'm supposed to do. So I don't set bells to only go for this long. It's same thing with my clients. If they need me, they need that healing session. They just want somebody to send that love, those prayers. I'm there. And if it's more than an hour, I don't care. I do not care. Distant healing is just as effective as if you were right here in my chair or on my table. It's just as effective. And I've been told they feel the tingling, and they thought that's weird because they could feel their body. And where you feel the tingling most is whatever part of the body that you need the most healing at, the weak spot, the weak point, because stress and negativity will come into those areas like back if you have a bad back or you got bad knees or you got bad ankles, that negativity, that darkness, that's where it's going to sit at. So, and like your neck, your shoulders when you become tense. So it's really important if you don't know how to meditate to take the time out each day for even just 15 minutes. You guys always tell me, oh my gosh, you're getting so tan. Well, it's because in the morning I get my coffee and I go sit on the porch. I have a little chair out there and I go sit on the porch. And I don't do anything but meditate, look at the beautiful doves that come to the angel. I have a little angel waterer, bird water, and they come there and they bathe and they're beautiful. And then I have a little bird feeder. And that to me, it's a perfect life, guys. I don't have to have no big this or that to enjoy this life. I'm happy with right where I am. Whatever God gives me, I'm thankful. I'm happy with. And that's what I do. That's what I meditate the most is in the morning. I go out there because you need to get sun anyway. You need that morning sun. And so I sit there and I just meditate. And then when I'm done meditating, I drink my coffee. And then I'm ready to start my day. Sometimes I feel like I need a pot of coffee. Sometimes I will sit there that long just to stop and smell the roses, even though I don't have any roses right now. But stop and smell the roses, because in this life, especially me, I know I'm always doing. And when I run out of energy, I go down. And it's like, Ron's like, aren't you tired? And I was like, I need this. And I know if I need it, I know other people need it too. because it festers, it builds up, it builds up, it builds up. And if you don't release that, if you don't allow that out, then eventually you just pop, and next thing you know, you're telling people to eat a damn Snickers. So you got to find a way to release that negativity. And the best way that I've found to release that negativity is by meditating. A lot of people say you don't have time. Well, you sit on the toilet, don't you? Do you know? I used to meditate sitting on the toilet. It's where my kids didn't bother me. Nobody bothered me. I would just go in the bathroom, shut the door, and just sit there. Just sit there, close my eyes, and just meditate. I would stop my mind and not think about what had happened the week or the month before or what's going to happen. I would sit there and just meditate on today, just for today, just for today. I will not worry. Just for today. There's 10 different just for todays. And I'll have to look them up because I don't always say just for today because I know how to meditate. I've been meditating for a very long time. I thought it was praying. But it is whatever you want to call it. But uh, meditation is really important for your health. It really does make a difference. I can vouch, especially with me, high blood pressure. If I get too overexcited, then I'm just like, whew, talk about blood boil. So it's like it's good for me. It's good for me to meditate. It's good for me to take time to be. Just be right where you are. Don't worry about worries. Tomorrow's always going to have its problems. Don't bring tomorrow into today. Don't bring yesterday into today. Just be. Be calm. Be thankful. Love the unlovable. Forgive. It doesn't mean you have to allow them in your life. It heals you to forgive others. Keep them at a distance. Send them love. Send them light. And go your way. So, I hope you guys got something out of this. I know it really did help me a lot. It made me feel really, really good. And so I'm going to see who's in here. The bath has the real... I know, right? I love the bathroom. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight. Dan, welcome. Cha-cha. Anybody else that came in that I didn't see? Thank you guys for moderating for me. Blessings. Thank you so much. Cha-cha, Brenda, everybody. Thank you so very much. I really don't understand I don't understand why people come in and just act silly. I don't understand that. It's like, don't you got somewhere to be? And if someone don't believe the way you believe, then why can't they just gracefully go away? Why do I have to get out the donger and the Snicker bar, the Snicker bar thing? You're welcome, Nightmare. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness. Brenda, thank you. Sheena, I prayed for you. I breathed in the good energy, released negative energy. I prayed for everyone here. Blessings. Love you, Brenda. Thank you so much for moderating as well. Monica, you too. Everybody for being here. Welcome, welcome. But yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do this. This is how I feel. But don't judge me. That ain't what I meant to do. How do I do it? I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I get bad vibes from this specific. Hold on. Why is this not working? There's something wrong with my... There's something wrong with my YouTube here. I began with the joke, then removed it. Oh, Simi, do not remove your jokes. You're welcome. And it's not you. I already took care of it. Bad vibes. Sorry, guys. I can't deal with the reseller bullshit. There, I said it. So, yeah. That's number 4, hidden people. If they don't think I can't feel their shit, they're stupid. Because I do. I feel everything. And I don't say anything, and I just welcome. I'm not that girl, you guys. I'm not that girl that's, I tried the bullshit for, a week and let him disrupt my chat. And then I was like, fuck this, man. And I blocked him. So y'all want to know what I did? Yeah, I've been blocking. Yes, my number will go down. Do I care? No, I don't. I mean, this feeds my family, but my sanity and being who I am is way more important than having a big number and losing my soul. That's how I feel about that. And that, my friends, is how the cookie crumbles. Gigi, I love you. What are you doing, sister? Oh, Semi Free, I love you to the moon. Did that help you, Semi? It sure is quiet in here. Somebody say something. Is everybody in? It wasn't fitting. This was about. I like balls. Oh my gosh. Just because I pray doesn't mean that I don't like balls. I say balls all the time. I say balls all the time. I need some light in here. It's dark. It's dark. I need some. I don't know, you guys. All I know. All I know is I enjoy what I do. Something. Oh, good. Beth says something. So, yeah. Yeah. I got all these balls on my neck. Big balls. This one's that huge necklace I showed y'all other. It's giant balls. There's something I was going to do for y'all. What was it? Oh, I was telling you about this. I kept getting a bad vibe, and I was just like, man, there's something not right. It was like, I had to fix it. Okay, so this is Palo Santo, and I get it from, it's 100% pure. This is shaman oil. I use the ceremony grade, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. And go ahead, goodbye. And I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so good. And when I have anxiety and stuff, I will take it and I will put it on the lava rock. And if I go somewhere really stressful or I have a turd and I need a Snickers bar, I will take some and dab it on my lava rock, and then I'll sniff it. And it just really calms me down. It really does calm me down. You can click on that light right there. So yeah. I can't see anything. There, now I'm not so red. We flick on that light right there. Yeah, that's fine. So I enjoyed myself. Now am I an angel? No, I'm human. So I found this really cool brooch while I was sitting here. The life of a reseller. Found that really cool brooch. Where's a hat? Y'all can look at my gray hair. Where's my hat? I saw Jonesy was in here. Hello, Jonesy. Do you know Alfred within Native Sense? No, I don't. I use this one right here. I love it. I'm not a doctor, not suggesting, but I can get it wholesale, so it don't cost as much. Um, it's from Ecuador, but it's sustainably sourced, and the only place I can get this through is from Shaman's Market, and but I can get it wholesale. But I'm very easy with it because I have tried other Palo Santos before that did not smell good at all, and this one I there was one before that I really loved, and it came from a village in Peru, but for some reason they quit doing it. So I don't know if they ran out of trees because they don't cut them or anything. They just take old branches to get the oil out of, and because they're protected, Palo Santos. And so I don't know if they like ran out of trees or what the deal was, but that was the best Palo Santo oil ever. And then I ended up going through like two other kinds that I found on Amazon. They were terrible. I didn't like them. And then I was like, okay, this is the last one I'm trying because at the time I needed it for my anxiety because it really helped me a lot with the anxiety just to calm down. And so I tried this one, and it was good. It was good. Wasn't as good as the first one I had, and I can't remember. It was literally a little tribe that they lived way out in the middle of nowhere, and they didn't do large amounts or anything, so it was pricey too. But it was worth it because I was supporting their families because that's what they did to put food on the table. So I felt really good about that. And so when they just disappeared. I emailed them and I never heard anything back. Granted, they didn't even, if you email, it might be a month before they check it. But that's been 2 years now and I still haven't heard anything from them. So I'm thinking they don't do it anymore. So I'm stuck with this one, which I'm happy with it. I mean, it's good. It smells good. You can tell it's made quality. But like I said, I think more than anything, my attachment to the small little village and the helping the people, feeding the people, is why I was also attached to the other Peruvians, because that was their living. And I felt really good about that. I may not be able to help a lot, but I was doing something, and it was helping me too. No, no, you don't burn it either. It's flammable. Gigi, it's an oil. It's just an oil. It's an essential oil. Essential oil, Gigi. Yeah, it's flammable. Don't mess with that. And no, you don't drink it. That's for sure. That would be a bad, bad thing. So no, you sniff it. I wanted to light my Palo Santo stick. I love Palo Santo. I've got to get more sage. I've had people request sage and Palo Santo sticks, and I haven't ordered them yet. Ron said, "What are you waiting for?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? I gotta pay bills. I will, because I get them by the case, and it saves money for you and me. So that way I can give you a great deal and get good quality too." Send me the smell. Okay, I will. I'll put some in a cotton ball. I'll put some in a cotton ball in a baggie. You think that would get me in trouble? It's fantastic. It really is. You'll love it. Oh my gosh, you'll love it. Actually, I think I sold them. I had those little bottles. I used to put them in those little, I bought those little brown bottles because I would put some in the brown bottle for people that I knew to see if it helped them. And before they went and bought a 30 something dollar bottle, you know. And so and then I sold them because I didn't do it anymore. So I sold them to you guys. I don't remember who I sold them to, but I sold them to somebody. Always buy from a reputable retailer to make sure the Palo Santo is. Yes, yes. Nightmare's right because they are. It's a sacred tree, and some people will chop down, and that isn't how. That's why I love that little Peruvian tribe because I saw a picture of the forest, and the wife and the husband and the kids would go out there and literally pick up sticks and what anything dead, and that's what they would get the oil from. So it was a really beautiful story, and I love that I was doing something good, you know, to help this family. You know, they were helping me by giving me something that was helping me with my anxiety, and in return I was blessing them because I was buying their product. And so I felt really, really good about it. And that's why I said I'm really sad that I never heard back from them. So I never could order anymore. And it just really sucked. But, you know, I'm not complaining. This is good too. And this is, you know, this one right here, um, ceremonial grade. And oh no, there's a big story on Shaman's Market. But I was desperate. I had to get something. And like I said, I still have a few bottles of the one I got off of Amazon because I was so scared that they wouldn't have it anymore because it helped with the anxiety so much. I was so afraid that I bought like 3 bottles. And I thought, oh, this is so much cheaper. Guys, cheaper is not better. Not always. Not always is cheaper better. But because I got it and I was like, are you kidding me? This don't even smell right. Don't even smell like gasoline. It don't smell like nothing. It smells weird. And so that's why I end up with shamans because I was like, well, this is the last straw. Because man, then I was having anxiety real bad, and it was to the point of vertigo that I would go pick up Shay, and I had to sit there because everything was like spinning and I was like, oh shit, what's going on? And I didn't understand I didn't know how to calm down. And it was crazy. They had a school shooting at her school, but it wasn't in the school or anything. There was a shooting outside, but they locked down the school, and she had a cell phone. I paid for her cell phone because of me living with anxiety. I needed to know where she was and that she was okay. And if she needed me, I mean, come on, you know how schools are. If she needed me, she all she had to do was call. And I waited for her, and she never came. And I waited, and then I started to panic. I called the school, and I'm like, the bus never let her off. Where's my daughter? And she's like, well, we had a little issue. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? And she's like, well, you can't come here because they have the roads blocked off. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And she's like, well, it's no big deal. The bus will be late for an hour. And would not tell me what was going on. The bus will be there probably in an hour. Just wait patiently. And I'm going, what in the is going on? And so finally the bus came, and literally over an hour later, the bus came. She gets off the bus. I'm like, what's going on? Why didn't you call me? She said they wouldn't let me call you. And I said, I pay the phone bill. You should be able to call me. And she's like, they told me that if I use my cell phone, they would take it away. I said, is that a school or is that a prison? What kind of shit is that? You know, if you were using it in the classroom, that'd be different, but school is out. And so, yeah, I was pissed. So that's when I said, fuck that, man. This is bullshit. And so I was like, nope, done. Nope. No. You know what? No. I was done. I was done. And so that was the last time that ever happened. Hallelujah. And my child is going to be 18 years old. So, yes, she is very bright. She was homeschooled, and I'm proud of that. And yes, I did that. I take full responsibility. My child's never been in trouble. My child is very responsible. My child thinks the president sucks. My child makes me proud. So, yes. And for anyone that's never, that's why I didn't understand them kids outside today. Their parents do not watch their children. They're running up and down the roads like crazies, jumping out in front of cars, chasing cars, throwing trash on the ground. And I was like, somebody has to clean up after those kids. And it's not the parents. What the hell's wrong with these parents? Why can't they take care of their kids? Is it that big of an inconvenience that you have to watch the children that you brought into this world? Maybe if they would take away so many incentives to have children, like welfare. Okay, I didn't say that. I'm not against people that need help, but I am against people that have litters and don't want to watch their kids. That I got a problem with. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. So yeah, I did. I after that happened to me, and it scared the piss out of her. I was like, no more. The only reason why I even put her back in the school is because her dad's new wife and they were talking crap, and I was always like, oh, I'm just gonna keep the peace and all this. And although I knew that isn't where she needed to be, I sent her back, even though she didn't want to go. She was Christian homeschool. But yeah, so I sent her, and that was a disaster. The day I went up there to surprise her on Thanksgiving, then I had to ride a scooter because I couldn't walk very far. I went up there, and she was sitting by herself having lunch because at school, prison, um, they had assigned seating, and she had no assigned seating. Her teacher loved her. When I went to the teacher conference, the teacher said, oh my God, your daughter is so smart and she is so sweet. Why did you send her to public school? And I said, because I was trying to keep the peace, because I'd been threatened my whole freaking existence that, well, I'll take your kid from you. Yeah, that caused a lot of anxiety. Never happened because I went to work for the state and worked with disabled children, and I loved it. And so I myself made the decision that that isn't where she needed to be. She wasn't getting educated. Look at me shaking. It still pisses me off. She wasn't getting educated. She was smarter than the other kids. The teacher said she's bored because she's too smart because because I homeschooled her, she was way ahead of the other kids. The other kids were making the teacher cry. Um, she said my daughter was her saving grace, and she said that she was no longer going to be a school teacher next year, that she quits and she is going to homeschool her grandchildren. True story. True story. And she did. That was her last year, and she never went back because those kids were heathens and they had no respect for anyone. Their parents don't care. I mean, you know what I mean? They don't care. And public school is basically a daycare for parents that don't want to do their job. And then you have those people that says, "Well, I have to work." Well, you know what? There's something called sacrifice. You sacrifice a vacation to give your child a good education and a good life without bullying and bullshit. It's choice is yours. You don't have to, but you're not going to drive that Hummer or live in a freaking $300,000 house if you choose your child over an income. Me, I chose my child over the income. I did without, and I wasn't on welfare either. I didn't even get food stamps, nothing, and I lived on $29,000 a year. So if you can do that, if I can do that, you can do that too. You look for a lot of marked down meat at Walmart. That's what you do. So, that is my public service announcement. So, that is my public service announcement. And Shayla's an excellent artist too, you guys. I'm really proud of her art's a little, it's different, but she's really good at it. I asked her if she would draw a picture of me so that I could use it as my little, screenshot thing. And you know what she said? To commission her it'd be $300. I said, what? She's like, yeah. I said, I'm your mother. I bought your pencils all these years. And she was like, all right, $20. And I was like, I could pay anybody anywhere that can draw $20. You're my daughter, really? But she was just jacking with me. I think she doesn't like it when I show off her art. I don't know why. She's like me. She's difficult. Hello, Alfonso. Better behave or Cha-Cha will block you. We're in a blocking mood today. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, there's things I believe and, I never was one of those people that followed the crowd. I was always me. I was always, I was never one of those. I never fitted on. Well, plus when you're an empath, you know when people don't like you. You know when people are leery of you and it's like, eh. So I always give people opportunity. I'll bullshit with them just to see in the end what they're like. And then when I figure out what the hell they're like, it's like, oh, hell no, man. You gotta be shitting me. I'm not dealing with that. I don't even want you in my conscience, much less on my mind. So that's what I do. Hey, surviving social media is not the easiest thing. You really have bullcrap. It is ridiculous. I mean, all that stuff that you went through in like junior high, it still exists even at 50. True story. I was playing this little thing, and I still haven't mastered it yet. I got it cheap because it was missing a number, but I didn't care if it was missing a number. I don't even know how to play it, but I like the sound. So yeah, I've been in a blocking frenzy. So there'll probably be some shitty videos come out about me, I'm sure. That's usually what they do in retaliation. They make shitty videos. I don't know why. Every time somebody does that, I always get more subscribers. It's kind of funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's not funny because it pisses me off. But it's funny because it always brings more people to the yard. It's been in my car. Oh, well, don't buy one, Beth, because I have one. I think it's here. I have another one. So don't buy it yet. Don't pay an arm and a leg. There is a used music store here in Oklahoma, and the guy buys used instruments. And if it doesn't sell for like a year, then you can make an offer. Which is where this comes in. And the little thingy. And I also got a dinger. And I'm getting, I think he said he had another one too. The little ding, ding, ding thing. What's it called? I don't remember what it's called. But, you get ding, 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 ding. What is that called? I don't remember. But I got one of those too. And he said he'd probably have another one. So I said I wanted to do business with him because A, he's an American. B, he's retired military. And C, he gives me a great deal because he gets great deals. So I can spread music through the world. So I think that's fantastic. Xylophone, yes. Thank you, Alfredo. Alfonso. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That, yes, xylophone. So yeah, so I think it's cool. I mean, I don't play instrument. I have a guitar, but I can't play instruments with a crap. I mean, if I'm flowing, I do okay, but I'm not a master. I am definitely. It's kind of like pottery. Beth is so good at pottery, but me, I'd probably stick my hands in it and then no telling what it looked like. But hello, Ronald. Ronald. I was talking about the time Sheila's school did not tell me that they had lockdown, and that was the last day that she went because I decided to homeschool. With my first daughter, it was funny, guys. To make sure she is okay, I actually substituted on the playground so I could make sure she wasn't getting beat up because she was getting beat up on recess. So I worked for the state, taking care of disabled children there for about 3 years. And when I would get off work at noon, I would drive to the school where I was a recess, I don't know what you call it, recess patroller. So that my kid, because this little kids kept beating her up, and the principal wouldn't do nothing about it, acted like, oh, it's just a little squabble. And so I had to talk with the parent, which I get hot, guys. I'm a lot better than I used to be. I used to be like Gina. It'd be like, my ass on fire. You better run. You better have you a freaking, uh, you better have you one of them, to put it out because, I'm going to say what I got to say. And, I've calmed down a lot as I've got older because it's not worth it. It doesn't do no good. It really doesn't. So, yeah. So, so, but yeah. So I did. I went to work, and my daughter's like, Mom, really? I went to the school, guys, and they wouldn't do nothing. That little kid that kept beating up my kid. I was standing there by the fence. I said, Hey, are you the little kid that keeps hitting my kid? And the little kid's like, Huh? And then here comes the mom. Are you his mom? And she's like, Yeah. He keeps hitting my kid. You better stop. Next thing you know, it turns out the lady was not in a good relationship. She was not in a good place in her life. And I felt sorry for her and the kids. And she was talking about Christmas. And I bought both of her kids a bicycle for Christmas because they weren't going to have a Christmas for their children. Guys, I didn't make good money, but I didn't care. That's me. That's how I am. Ask anybody that knows me. They will tell you. I will give somebody my last $5, and then God turns it into 20. I mean, that's how it works. Fire extinguisher, yes, Carol. You guys are so fantastic. I love you, and you love me, even though half the time nowadays my brain don't want to work. But I probably need more water after that session because I don't know if y'all felt it, but that was a fantastic session. I really felt the energy, and I could feel it blasting through my hands. And I was like, God, let them be feeling this. Let them see how fantastic this is. Because it was fantastic. Yep. I remember my sister telling me, why would you buy that? They're probably just going to sell it. You should put their names on there. I was like, I'm not doing that. And she's like, I think we ended up doing it because I listened to her. But she was like, you got to use jet paint. It won't come off. And I can't remember because the pawn shop won't take a bicycle if it has somebody's name on it or something. I can't remember if we actually did it. I don't remember. I don't think I let her do that. But then I did deliver them to their house, and it was funny because they lived over the tracks. But I never understood how they could afford Girl Scouts. I couldn't even afford to have my kid in Girl Scouts, but they could afford Girl Scouts and not Christmas. I didn't get it. Maybe there's some kind of grant or something. I don't know. I never got a grant. Not even in school. I had to pay all that stupid crap back 3 times. 3 times student loans. Oh, Gigi, I love you so much. I'm so glad I met you. You guys, Gigi's fantastic. She is so, so sweet. I did have a really good time. Peer pressure could be. Where did Ron go? He ran away. It was awesome. I had my hands above the screen. I felt tears. Oh, Brenda, I love that. I love that. I love making a difference. And since I can't physically take care of people anymore, sometimes I wonder if I'm going to make it another day. And I just say, that's when I just sit down and I just pray and I just, let that healing come, meditate, and just know, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And then I tell myself, well, nobody lives forever. But you know what? Here I am. So if you're here today, you have a purpose. You have a purpose. And it may be making videos on YouTube. It may be, just there's something that you're supposed to be doing. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I know this it involves love and caring. So I challenge you to just sit and contemplate what is it? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? And it's not easy. I mean, for those people that say, I know my purpose. Well, right on, because I don't know mine. All I know is I've always been gifted at taking care of people. I saw that light up there and thought an angel was coming down. Wow. All I know is I've always loved people. Always. And I've never met a stranger. However, as all of you know, because all of you have light, the darkness is attracted to the light. It is your shadow. So it's always going to be there. You're always going to go through things. But guess what? You always come out and you always come out. Look at Brenda. Brenda always comes out on top. True story. She really does. And she's blessed. And sometimes we don't feel like we're blessed. And we get overwhelmed and we get anxious. And sometimes we just straight up get pissed off. But in the end, we always come out on top. The light is never snuffed out by the darkness. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, I just rang my bell. But light, darkness can't snuff out the light. That's why the darkness hates the light. And even if they're gray, because maybe they're not totally dark, maybe they're just gray, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're freaking green. The point is, they cannot snuff out your light. Nobody can. The only person that can snuff out your light is you. So I challenge you to live your absolute best life. Enjoy your life and send love. Be the difference. Be the difference. Mary and Jesus are watching over you. Absolutely. Oh, I got so many haters. I need more. I need all the angels. I pray that all the time. I do. I always pray for a hedge of protection around wherever it is, our home. I have a mezuzah outside my door, and I'm real good about touching it. In that mezuzah, I put each one of our hair, a lock of our hair, inside that mezuzah with that scroll that was blessed by a rabbi. And so, because I felt like this is where we are, and we need to be protected. We need that blessing, and so you better believe that. Yeah, I am not Jewish. However, I am a child of God, and therefore I am been circumcised. So I'm Jesus's child. So I guess I am Jewish. So I did do that. And so, yeah, I love it. I've always had a mezuzah on my doorway, my back and my front. I never had enough because they're not exactly something that they're cheap. They're not cheap. And so I always have one on my back door and one on my front door. And they have been a blessing to me, honestly. Times that people try to jerk the door open and couldn't. That's a blessing. And me being able to hear that was a blessing. So I always asked for a hedge of protection to be put around where we are, a hedge of protection around us, and that God keeps his angels with us at all times and to help guide and protect us. And let God's light shine down on me. and give me hope in the future. So it takes time and patience. I get impatient when I can lift my butt when scooting over in bed. I realize how much improvement. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's not easy, Simi. That is not, even with the slider board from your chair to the bed is not an easy task. Don't beat yourself up. It does take time. And getting strength back takes time too. That's not an easy task. A lot of people, do you have a sidebar to hold on to help you pull yourself? Even then, I know because I went through that. It's not easy. I mean, because you're shuffling and scooting, and that takes a lot of energy too. So don't be, any improvement is an improvement. So don't be so hard on yourself. But that's good that you notice that you're making an improvement, because if you're noticing that you're making an improvement, then you're going to just continue. That's going to encourage you to continue to keep doing more and more and more. Don't overdo, because that's what I do. I always overdo. Do a little bit at a time, and as you get more strength and get stronger, the better it's going to be. And it's going to be so sweet too. You'll get there. I promise. What's that stinky ass? Yeah, like God. I thank you, Cha Cha. Oh, you could have just blocked her. You could have just blocked her. I don't know how to go back and block somebody. Good Lord. It happens every time you do a live stream. You know what's crazy is they have to actually subscribe for 1 minute. I put it on 1 minute as a subscriber. And hey Ron, can you block Stanky? Please. I don't need the number. I really don't. Ugh, why can't people just be themselves? Why is there bullies? Why is there bullies? Why can't you just, there are so many things that we don't know. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean? It's like there are so many what is it? What is it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called now. Mysteries. We're gonna call it mysteries. There's so many mysteries that we don't even know. And hi George. George is a nice guy, you guys. If you don't know George, check out George. He's very nice. Some reason I can't. It's probably something you gotta do on the computer. You gotta do everything with YouTube on the computer. And I don't know how to do it. It happens. I keep blocking. I don't know. You know, a lot of people don't, you know, I was raised, my family are Masons, and a lot of people don't like that. And so I just like, to each his own, I mean, can't you just leave people alone? See this horn? This is an Italian horn to keep away evil. I don't know if it's working tonight or not. I even got on the eyeball somewhere. I think that's why I put on this necklace, because it had on that eyeball. Well, you know the saying. You can't win them all, right, guys? Can't win any. To each his own. Amen. I know, right? I just don't get it, Carol. If you guys was around there, we'd be sitting around a campfire. Well, we can't have a campfire here. I'd get in big trouble. They'd probably evict me and throw me out. But if we had land somewhere, we could have a bonfire and drink coffee. And you know what's bad is we'd probably all be scrolling YouTube. Why is Ron being so nice? Is he in trouble? Did you get fired? Did you get fired? Why are you being nice? I'm not raising you. Just kidding. Sheena, I was showing your jewelry I had on last night and my derby party. Oh, Bonnie, I gotta rewatch it. I missed it. I don't know. I think I was live last night. That's why I was live. You guys, we have to go see cute Bonnie. She's so cute. You better not got fired. I'll beat you. Ah, he wouldn't want to work for me. He already does the shipping. Can you imagine? That was the case, I'd be there. Oh, that's true. Guess so. I remember in middle school, my PE teacher got fired because we actually had a campfire on school ground. We were learning about camping at the time. She didn't get permission from the principal. Oh no, that would be terrible. I missed you, Bonnie. I'll have to rewatch you. She had on her hat and her brooch. Oh, there's Lucy. Hello, Lucy. There's my other faves. We have a great channel here, guys. Why did... See, this is what happened, and I realized my mistake, guys. Do not be in a hurry to grow your channel. Because when you're in a hurry to grow... And I wasn't in a hurry. It's just I got into the wrong gang. The gang banged me. I got in the wrong gang. And I started feeling that it doesn't feel right. Okay, good night, Ron. Have a good night, Ron. I love you, Ron. But it was like, it didn't feel right. You know what I mean? And the more I was around these others, the more I realized that that ain't where I belong and that ain't who I want to be. And those aren't my people. That is not my tribe. And so then I had to make a decision. I thought, well, you guys will figure it out on your own. You're grown and you'll figure it out on your own. So I had a blocking party and I blocked and I blocked and my number kept going down and I kept blocking. I was like, I get a bad vibe from that one and that one and that one. And I don't want to be a part of that. Because all it was is they had this brainiac idea to build and funnel people for themselves. It wasn't even about you. They tried to play it off like it was about you, but it wasn't. It was bullshit. And I was like, okay, I'm done with that too. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. And I just started blocking. And I missed a couple apparently. But sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes because you gotta like your channel. You know what I mean? You gotta like the people that you're around because this is like a cafe. You know, you go in the cafe and you want to be around these really nice people that just got done slopping the pigs and you know, sifting the wheat. You know, and if you don't, if you get to where you don't even want to go, it's kind of like the night I had the cake. I was like, that was demonic destructive and I've got to do something. So I thought, well, maybe it's just the mood I was in, gave it weeks, gave it time, and just played the game, thinking maybe it's just me. It wasn't just me. I was right. So I just started blocking. Oh, are you just playing with Stinky Cha Cha? You could just block her forever. Forever. Oh my goodness. I didn't even see her pop back in. Beth, you're so funny. Okay, Beth. I guess I need to tell her about nets, don't I, Lucy? I'll send you an email, Beth. 100% Gina, natural slope. Oh, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you get turds. And then they're contemplating shit behind your back. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, like I said, it's no different from being a teenager to 50. There's no difference at all. None. I didn't even Stinky's caught. I didn't even see Stinky, man. Cha Cha's on it. She must have a fast computer or something. Brian, good. How's your mom? Good to see you. I hope she's doing well. It won't let me block Stinky either. Why can't we block El Stinky? I don't even know how to get in the computer because that's Ron does that stuff, not me. Gina said, shaking hearts. Yeah. So what is going on, Lucy? Why won't it let me block somebody? I don't understand. Do they have a superpower? Super. They got some kind of superpower. Have Ron do it. Yeah, it's probably better. I'll end up blocking 5 million people by accident. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lucy too had drama. Guys, there's so many assholes. It's like, if you really cared about people like you say on your preaching, you would know that Jesus accepted everybody. He didn't judge them, and neither should we. You should just love people for who they are, where they are. And if they choose to see your light and go that direction, so be it. If they don't, at the end of the day, does it hurt you? No. At the end of the day, it's their choice and their decision, and they shouldn't be judged for what they believe or what they do. If they're a good soul and a good person, like Lucy, I've never met anybody like Lucy. I'll be honest with you. I've been friends with Lucy for a long time. What, 3 years now? 2 years? I've been friends with Lucy for a long time, and Goga. And Goga and I don't see eye to eye. Lucy and I don't see eye to eye. But you know what? They love me and I love them. Is it that difficult just to love someone for who they are and where they are? It's not that difficult. You know what I mean? It's like, jeez. Yeah, exactly. And I sure did put my comment too. I was like, greatest gift of all is love. I love you, Lucy. And I do. That's what Shay said. Man, Lucy is so cool. She goes, I've never met somebody like that. I said, what do you mean? She said, she is so sweet. And I said, yeah, because she's real. She doesn't try to be anybody that she's not. She is herself. And that's what I try to tell other content creators. When you're yourself, people love you. You don't have to be something you're not. I'm a weirdo because I'm a weirdo. But people love me because I am who I am. I love you to the moon too, Lucy. So yeah. I miss what Brian said. Just got home from visiting mom. Is she doing better? Exactly, Glacier Shark. That's what I said too. I mean, God gives everybody a choice, and that ain't my business to be making choices for nobody because I am a sinner too. I cuss and tell people to eat Snicker bars and other bad words here and there. But doing a little better. Oh, prayers to her, prayers to her. But yeah, is love. Exactly. It's not that difficult. Well, the devil likes to divide. The devil likes division. The devil likes people to be against each other. Why? Because, well, it causes problems. It makes people hate. And then next thing you know, that person, it's like cutting the tares. They come together, and then you have all these people hating these other people because these other people ain't like these people. And it's like, it's so stupid. Are you kidding me? Really? We're all in the same shithole. We're all in the same. This earth is shitty, and you got nothing better to do than to make people hate each other. Really? Okay. All right. Do what you want. I'll be on my porch drinking my coffee and having a good time, enjoying life, and not watching the news. Hello, Minnie. Minnie said, I didn't know you were going to be on. I would have looked earlier. Everybody's doing great. I love to hear Sheena way of thinking. You learn things she says. Oh, I love you, Minnie. Oh, there's Dandy. I don't get bad vibes from Dandy. I don't. So Dandy gets to stay. Sorry, Dandy. I am a blocker. I've been blocking people. I don't get bad vibes from Dandy. It's good to see you, Minnie. Oh, I just decided out of the blue. I did an unboxing earlier, and I decided out of the blue that I was going to do a healing session and just pray for people and send love and light to people. I really needed it for me too. I really just felt burdened, and I need to give that burden to God, and let it go. And so I thought, if I feel this way, other people probably feel this way too. And so I decided to do a healing session. And, my source, I am a Reiki master, but my source, like I've always said, is Jesus. That is my God. I do not judge anyone else for who they worship. That is their personal choice. The reason I don't do as many, I used to do Reiki Cafe. The reason why I don't do as many healing sessions is because the Christian community, I hate to say that, but it's true, always comes after me with a pitchfork. And I get tired of hearing it. And it's like, do you not know that I know the Bible like the back of my hand? Do you know that my only friend growing up was Jesus? Do you know that I used to sit in the field in the pasture and look up at the sky and ask Jesus what heaven looked like? Do you know that I prayed for everybody as I held their hand and they took their last breath? I mean, really, why are these people so judgmental? Do you know that I wrote a Christian song and I sang it to every one of my patients as they left this world? Yes, I did. And it's called My Love for Jesus. For I love the Lord Jesus, he carried my soul. For I love the Lord Jesus for making me whole. Without you, Lord Jesus, I don't know where I'd be. For thank you for dying and setting me free. Holy divine crucifixion was his sacrifice for payment of my sins, for yours and for mine. I thank you, Lord Jesus, you carry my soul. And without you, Lord Jesus, I would be lost from the fold. I wrote that. That's right. And I had a church want to sign over the things to it, and I said no. If Jesus wanted me to give it to you, he would have gave it to you to begin with. I don't know what he wanted me to do with it. I still don't. But I still sing it to every patient. I even sang it to my dad when before he was gone. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you guys can't let I'm just saying you don't let the devil tear you down. You know, you have your channels for a reason, honestly. You may not know. You may think that you're just doing something fun, but honestly, like Glacier Shark, if you've ever watched him at the end of his videos, he puts a scripture on there and you see his love and his thankfulness, and he's very humble. Um, and he knows he's blessed, and you can see that in his videos. So there are little things. Bonnie's the same way. Bonnie says if people need prayers, she's more than willing to say prayers for them. I mean, each and every one of these people, you're making a difference in somebody's life. Now you're always going to have haters. I mean, that's just inevitable. If you're alive, you're going to have a hater. So, you can't let that get to you. But each and every one of you are making a difference in somebody's life. Carol, she writes these beautiful, beautiful poems and stories that, just inspire you. It's almost like I went to her page, Carol, because she usually uploads in the middle of the night. Well, you guys know I don't sleep most of the time. And so I went over there to see what because she does this little swirly flower thing, and I love it. And I go over there to see what she put up, and she hadn't uploaded something. And I thought, well, that's okay. Maybe there's something I haven't watched. And I clicked on her page to go over there, and there, sure enough, was one that I had from 2 years ago that I hadn't watched, and it was about being thankful. And I was like, now that's how it works. Um, it's signs and wonders. I mean, honestly, we are human, and we don't ever hear. Sometimes we're just too busy to hear, but we don't hear what the Spirit's saying to you because you're too busy thinking about something else, or somebody's pissed you off, and you're like, "What am I?" Like me, cussing. But sometimes it comes to you by a song. Sometimes it comes to you through a friend. Sometimes it comes to you through their art or their something they've wrote. And it's like me, I got this clock. I love clocks, you guys. I'm a clock nut. And the reason why, and here's my story about the reason why I like clocks. Because every moment that you sit there is a gift. Every moment. And a lot of people they think they're going to live forever. I got news for you. There are kids that are 20, 30 years old that don't, fall over. I mean, so every day, regardless of how old you are, is a gift. And so when I look at this clock, I was just sitting there, I always wanted to do a wall collection of like different clocks and vintage clocks. Um, just because I wasted so many minutes of my life on stupid crap and stuff that didn't matter. None of it mattered. And now I wanted to do a wall of clocks to remind me to make every minute counts. And so I was sitting there looking at that clock and it started playing music. And I was like, I write poetry. A lot of people, I quit writing poetry probably 8 years ago. I quit writing poetry. And my grandma was a writer, actually, and she also wrote poetry, but I loved it. When I was a little kid, I would sit there. She had one of those old typewriters that you push like that. It had the thing that stick up off of it, not the electric typewriters, the one where you do the deal like that. And I used to sit there with her while she was writing. And so I listened to that. I was sitting here and I looked over at the clock and it started playing. And I was like, when poetry or anything like that comes to me, I have to write it down immediately, like writing songs. I have to write it down immediately or it's gone forever. And so I was like, I need my pen and my paper. And so then I started writing a poem about that clock. And I love that clock. It was used and I love it. And but that clock, you get inspired. So I guess what I'm saying is be an inspiration to somebody. It's not about you. It's about serving your brothers and sisters and enjoying yourself while you're doing it. And I love those humble people that are like that. You can always tell the unhumble from the humble, or, you can just always tell. And when people are mean and nasty, remember what Jesus said. Remember, they did it to me first. Yes, yes. That's, as a matter of fact, um, where is it? So, this is actually done from, I believe it was Italy, and it's signed. And I don't know I think it's like some kind of, I don't know. It's not like plastic or anything, but it's Mary holding Jesus after they pulled him off the cross. And I thought that was so fantastic. So yeah, I collect religious memorabilia. It's just a good reminder to me that. And then I got Jesus on the rock because when I was sick, the worst with this lupus, every day I had to pray to keep going, to get up and go. Because the fact is, if I hadn't changed my diet, if I hadn't changed uh, with trying to walk again, and I wouldn't be here today. Honestly, I'm surprised I made it through the heart attack with my Widowmaker being 50%. But all that told me right there is God has a plan for me, and there's something I'm supposed to be doing. So I took my health in my hands and quit eating crap, started eating more fish, more red meat, mainly more meat than anything. And it transformed my life. The pain went away. Now, it took years. It didn't happen like that. It takes years. But I realized at that point that um, I didn't, I couldn't let assholes watch me disappear. I gotta live and be fantastic and give them hell. And you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. Yeah. And so I started taking good care of myself. And I even started walking right here on YouTube in place to lose weight and to get my lower body strength back. And it wasn't easy. It was not easy. But I knew that God had something for me. And I still don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I do know this. I get enough emails that says, you make a difference. You've made me feel so much different. And to me, that's worth more than gold. I mean, to touch somebody's life. Because a lot of people, a lot of my followers had health problems too. And they said they felt alone. that, nobody ever talks about being sick. Nobody ever talks about living with anxiety. Nobody ever talks about that because then they think you're a wham baby. Well, okay, well, maybe I am a wham baby. But what about those people that stay silent and they suffer in silence? Sometimes when you talk about it, it actually helps you. You're releasing that negativity because if you're hurting and you're in pain, then you're holding in negativity. Whereas if you release that negativity, that pain is going to get better. It may not get totally better, but it does help. And so by talking about, yeah, I was on steroids, I gained so much weight, I was fat and miserable. And the food that I was eating was shit because that's what I could afford. Because I couldn't afford to buy a bunch of meat. I ate a lot of beans. I grew my garden every year. I lived on squash. You know what? It's good for you, right? But it's carbs. It's carbs. I had to get away from carbs. And so, what do, Sheena, when you want a pancake? I make a chaffle. I eat a lot of fat, lots of fat. Guys, fat is your friend, okay? Ask my friend that lives in Alaska, Andrews Northwest Coins. They eat well blubber. That's right. Well blubber. It keeps them warm in the winter, the cold. And I learned a lot about natives. Why? Because they live long lives and they prosper because they're eating what they should be eating. And we have got so used to eating Taco Bell and bullcrap and not fresh food, not fresh anything. Like me, I can't get fresh fish here. Why? Because I live in the middle where there's no ocean. That's why. Do you know how much better my health? That's why I almost moved to Alaska. The guy screwed me. It was off of Catchimont Bay. No, it was off a river. And it was a cabin. And the guy wanted to sell it for cheap because you had to take ATVs to get there, first of all. It's where they take the dog sledding, and you have to wait for it to freeze to get across, or you have to have a boat. And then across the water, there's a little restaurant slash store there. Well, I was all ready to buy it. $40,000 cabin, right? The only thing wrong with it is the guy was leaving his stuff behind. The only thing wrong with it is the shitter, aka the outhouse, had a big hole in it because a bear scared the crap out of him and was going to eat him. And that's when he decided he didn't want to be there. It was just his vacation property, but he decided he didn't want to be there anymore. And he left, got on his boat, and went across to where he parked and decided he was selling it. He wasn't ever going back and that he was leaving everything there. And I was like, yay for me. He's leaving everything behind. And there was a bunch of military guys that bought land there too, way back on the other side of the property. But they were building their homestead. They didn't live there yet. They would just come. So that's how I knew how to get in there. Is some guys in the military decided to get the hell out of the concrete jungle. And so I had to go through a realtor there in, I'm trying to think of where the hell it was. I can't remember the name. My brain stopped. But so guess what the realtor did? So whenever the realtor was supposed to get a hold of me, I kept waiting for him to get back to me. Never heard anything from him. Finally, I called him and he said, oh, well, I pulled the listing. And I said, why'd you pull the listing? And he said, because, oh, it already sold. And I was like, what do you mean it already sold? You know what I found out? His ass bought it. His ass bought it and rents it out because they dog sled through there. And it's a great place to be for like vacation, holiday. It's in the middle of the woods. It's right there by the river. And so, yeah, he ripped me off. True story. Oh my gosh, Brian, I'm so glad you got better. And Lucy said, I live with a generalized anxiety panic disorder. I hate that. Mine got so much better though when I stopped eating carbs. But I do miss chocolate. May Jesus our Lord, his mother Mary and Joseph continue with everyone and give us peace, protection, strength each and every day till Jesus comes. Amen. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's right. I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, we all, and that's why I'm saying, We all go through something, but for my well-being and my health, sometimes I have to block, and because if it becomes too overwhelming or overstimulating, it's like I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm kind of like an old person. Oh no, I haven't had McDonald's or Dairy Queen in so long. I don't even remember what it tastes like. I really don't. I don't remember what it tastes like. All I'm thinking about right now is chaffle. Chaffle. That is my guilty pleasure, which is just cheese and egg. And then I use the sugar free syrup. It's maple. Shayla's like, why do they call it maple syrup if it's not maple syrup and it's sugar free? And I was like, I don't know, but it tastes better than the other one. So I just use that one. I mean, it's not, after a while, you get used to it though. It's like anything else. If you eat it enough, your body's like, hey, okay, it's good. But there's Latoya. How are you doing, Latoya? Good to see you. She's from Goga's. I've known Latoya for a long time. She has a fantastic channel too, and she can cook. She can cook. So when I was on my diet journey, all these people cook so good. Do you know how hard it is to watch a cooking video when you're on a diet? That is the hardest the hardest thing you'll ever do is watch a cooking video while you're on a diet. That is like the worst thing ever. True story. Oh, I'm gonna get shitty comments because every time I do these, I have to go blocking and deleting comments. It's like, oh, it's like I should just turn off the comments altogether. If I knew how to do that, I would. I think it chaffle sounds good. Bacon also sounds good, but I don't want to cook it. Is there an easy way to cook bacon without frying it? Yeah, Latoya is a fantastic supporter too. I know a lot of great supporters. A lot of them. They never left me either, and it's like I love them so much. I block to accept to pin comments. Yeah, you do that. I don't do that. Last thing I need is some crazy after me. Again. Again. Except the shame people, which by the way I pinned that guy's post about the video. Once you block it, deletes it. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. I put it in the oven. Oh, that sounds good. I could do that. Bake it. Thank you, Latoya. All right, bake it. I don't think I have a cookie sheet though. I never bought one. I don't think I have a cookie sheet. I got an air fryer. I do have an air fryer. I had to watch my family eat lemon cream bites, and oh my gosh, Bonnie, oh my gosh, okay, my favorite, coconut cream and lemon meringue. Those are my two favorite. If it wasn't for deleting comment issues, you bet I'd block them. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I like my bacon crispy, crispy, crispy. I love to cook. That's probably another downfall I have is I love to cook. Is that a heart? Okay. Shelly gave me a heart. I was like, is that a heart? But I had a good time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I feel bad that I blocked, but I don't. I don't know. It's nothing personal. It's me, not you. Key lime pie is my favorite. I just like the soury stuff. I do. I like it if it's like tart. I like tart stuff. I like tart more than I do sweet, I guess. I really enjoyed seeing everyone. Me too, Brian. I had a good time. Um, I just know tomorrow I'll just make Ron go through my comments because I already know there's gonna be poopers on there. Never feel bad to block. They did it to themselves. That's true. Well, with me, it's like I can just feel I can feel it. I can feel their energy and I hate it. it's like I can tell the difference between a follower and somebody that is like in somebody's shit, like really trying to be that guy, that kind of person. And it's like I can feel it, and it like gnaws at me, and it's like I gotta do it. I gotta do it, And so finally, it's like I did it, and then I feel better. I mean, really, yeah, I want my channel to grow, but not if it's gonna make me not want to come to my own channel. I mean, there were days I was like, please don't let them come. Please don't let them come. And I was finally like, I can't play this game. This is not who I am. Block. It's like, I feel better now. And yeah, true story. It is what it is. Good night, Sharon. You've been here the whole time. I hope you're feeling better too. You guys, I hope Sharon, you guys keep sending prayers to Sharon. Send her love, light, and prayers. She's getting better though, so that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here and make me a chaffle and some bacon. I need some. I'm craving fat, so I need bacon. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Whether I'm doing an unboxing or a live, I guarantee I'll see you tomorrow. I love you to the moon, you guys, and have a blessed night and a good night's rest. And here we go. We'll close it out with a bell. I made Glacier Shark's dog jump. I love you guys. Oh, and